Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1889th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. Good evening, traders. My apologies for doing another desktop shoot this evening. I intended to get in front of the camera and do a presentation, but we've got the State of the Union address this evening. I've got a birthday party to attend to I can't not go to, so I don't know I'll have time to film one of my normal videos, so I will do at least this for you to show you what I expect to see moving forward into Wednesday. So, as we know, we've got the State of the Union address this evening at 9 p.m. Eastern. There is no way President Trump is going to come out and talk the markets down or the economy down or talk down his past track record. Right? There's just no way you could see this guy coming out and saying bad things. So between the State of the Union address and the Green Omni, just like last night, I say the markets move higher. The only thing I would tell you about day trading tomorrow is if we hit that average first before you do your buying, if the market goes up, hits the average first before you ever get long, don't bother buying for the rest of the day. Stay out. If you can get long first when it rallies up to the 200, hopefully it goes through it and keeps on going. Otherwise, you have a place to exit. But, again, if the market opens and hits that 200 bar moving average before you can buy, you should cancel your orders. So that's what we're looking at. Emini S&P. Now, traders, we know that trading is extremely risky of any type. Commodities, stocks, ETFs. There is no size trading account these days that is safe from risk. You do not have muscles if you have 100 grand in your account, not in this business. So please know the risks behind this game. Use stops, put them in first, and never, ever, ever trade without coming on down to livewithoscar.com and learning how these markets operate and how to create a trading plan before you begin to trade. If you know the risks and you do use stops, let's move forward. So again, we're above the caution area that we've been working on for weeks now. And we're about to hit the 200 bar moving average. Now, remember, it goes through it almost every time, right? Here's the average, went through that high. Here's the average, it went through that high. And once again, here's the average, and it went through that high. So it does go through. Let's see what's going to happen. That's in your Emini S&P. Then you go over to your Nasdaq and look at the Nasdaq. Same exact thing. Your next hurdle, just like Emini S&P, is the 200 bar moving average. We successfully got above the caution zone hurdle, and now we're flirting with the 200 bar moving average. But remember, it doesn't always get above that average when it tries. Be careful there, okay? But that doesn't mean it's not getting above. We do have the State of the Union address, which should propel us higher. We'll take it one day at a time. And that's your Nasdaq, same situation. I tell you right now, traders, you can look at 50 commodities charts. You'll find 46 of them sitting at the 200 bar moving average as I speak. This is the flavor of the month, the 200 bar moving average. It is all over the charts. Indices, commodities, it's all over the place. So keep your eyes on that. I tend to call it my Kmart Blue Light Special because I know fund managers tend to pay attention to it like shoppers used to pay attention to the Blue Light Special at Walmart, or Kmart, I should say. So, and my buddy Dana was reminiscing about the Blue Light Special with me today. I do refer to the 200 bar average as my Blue Light Special. That is our next hurdle. Then we go to something like the transportation average. Check this out. That looks pretty. Like I said yesterday, it is on its way. Nothing seems to be stopping it. The 200 bar moving average is much higher, and I say we head for that average. Rock and roll. It gives us plenty of room. And then you've got this. The Dow Jones Industrial Average. Traders, where it all began with that quagmire, if you remember. We had the quagmire, which was the Dow below the 200 bar moving average and below this major resistance line, this red line. So just to make it look exactly like it does on the other touches of the red line, I'll do this. I'll put that black circle there for us so everything looks nice and normal. And then I'll take a red rectangle and put it around that. And just because it just happens to fall in suit and everything else looks that way, let's stay consistent. So here we are. You hit the red line, creates the line. Just misses it, has a pullback. Just nails it, has a pullback. Here we are, quagmire time. Why is it a quagmire? Well, because we are looking at the 200 bar moving average. This day didn't exist either when we were looking at this mess. We're stuck in the caution area. If we get above the caution area, you've got the 200 bar moving average in your way. If you could get above that, you got this resistance line in the way. That, my friends, was a quagmire. So I showed that to you. And here's where we stand since then. We are above the 200 bar moving average. Very nicely above the 200 bar moving average. Quagmire, for the moment, solved. And away we go. Now, if this is leading the way, Emini, S&P, and Nasdaq should get above the 200 tomorrow as well and continue on. So we've got a green Omni for trading on Wednesday. We expect the markets to move higher. Just remember my advice, if you start kissing that average first before you get long, there's a possibility of a turnaround. However, when you look at the Dow, it doesn't look like we're stopping for that average. It looks like we will continue through it and move along. Traders, that's my presentation. I'd like to get ready for the State of the Union address, as should you. I think most of it's already built in, but there could be some bullishness coming from it. Again, as I mentioned in last night's video, as long as Trump stays away from the wall, stays away from anything negative, and just focuses on the things he's done already and where he'd like to take the economy and his administration moving forward, the markets should respond friendly to that speech. Nothing about the wall. We should be okay. Traders, come on down to livewithoscar.com. I'm in my live trading room at all times, there to help. And remember, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do, in my opinion, to help keep those emotions at bay, and believe me, I know that's not easy, but try this. Say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll, traders. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com.